So this is the business management capstone presentation for Corey, Fallon, and Shelby for Biologic Drones Corp, which we're obviously company B. So the first slide is just our vision. So our strategic vision is to be the leading provider of UAV drones and wearable cameras in the competitive market globally. We strive to provide top quality products at an affordable price while also incorporating innovative technology as it becomes available. So first, we're going to talk about our financial performance. So we're going to start with our net revenues. So as you can see, it's a graph throughout the years of our how we measured up on net revenues. But our net revenue did continually increase over the years in the UAV drone segment as we continued to increase our investment in innovative technology. We also tried to increase our prices to offset that. In the AC camera segment, our net revenue has a decrease in year 12. And I think this was the reason for this was because we decided not to be as aggressive in increasing prices on our cameras. Which obviously hurt us in the long run. But we also had the shortest sales promotions and the lowest discount at 10% compared to our competitors. Our image rating, so beyond year 8, our image rating continued to increase. We believe the reason for this is because we showed good corporate citizenship and we remained socially responsible. So not only did we give charitable contributions, that was pretty important to our team, but we also invested in our employees by increasing their benefits packages, their benefits compensation. Also, we invested in training, and then we also supported the Green Initiative. So all those were factors into our image rating increasing throughout the years. As far as stock price goes, so our stock price actually decreased pretty significantly in year 10, actually by 41%. Stock prices, they're driven by a variety of factors, but we think that our stock price plummeted due to the lack of earnings and profitability during that year. So we decided to be aggressive this year and invest into robotics, but we did not raise the prices to compensate for the cost of our products. So that's why we believe that our stock price was lower in year 10. Credit rating, our credit rating has continually risen, but took a brief decline in year 8. So in year 8, our liabilities increased, which in return resulted in a larger bank loan, which was $62,000, as compared to other years, such as like $10,000, $20,000. But our interest coverage ratio increased, which determines how easily a company can pay interest on its outstanding debt. And this is an important factor for our shareholders. So on the next slide is just our financial performance continued. So as far as return on equity, in year 10, we made the decision to invest into robotics to hopefully enhance our products and then also to set ourselves apart from our rival competitors. This caused us to decline in return on equity because of the lack of profitability and shareholder value due to those higher expenses. Our earnings per share, so we also took a nosedive in our earnings per share, and this relates to our year 10 when we invested in robotics, but our stock prices declined this year as well, so a decline in earnings per share was expected. Even though our earnings per share fell in year 10, we did start to climb back up in the years to follow. So we also invested heavily in repurchasing shares of stock, and this drastically increased our EPS and ROE in the following years. Next slide just shows our performance targets. Excuse me. So just based on trends, that's basically where we came up with this performance target forecasting. So the table above reflects our performance targets, which was based on surpassing our investor expectations for the next 2 years. We also have a strong commitment to our investors to bring a good image and maximize profitability. So that is what this forecasting is based off of. All right.
Hello, this is Corey, and I'll be taking us through the competitive strategy that we had, our production strategy, and also our financial strategy. So hopefully you can hear me and see me, or maybe you don't need to see me here. But for our UAV drones and our wearable cameras, we had the competitive strategy over the years of focusing on the innovative aspects to appeal to certain market niche. And we did this by investing in our research and technology. So our R&D, we are always raising the quality of our products. We're able to develop, design, and enhance our products, services, technology, and processes. So we invested a lot and had a very high PQ rating throughout all of the years, especially compared to other competitors. In some ways, that actually, backfired when we didn't raise our prices, which we looked a little bit at some of those metrics above. But overall, that has been a help for our image name and our image brand. We also invested significantly in marketing, such as our retailer support, our advertising budget, and our website displays. And you'll actually see after year 11, we really upped the ante on these investments in retailer support, advertising budget, and website displays. So that was a big benefit to us. We want to ensure that we are getting our name out there and our brand out there and having the retailers have a higher chance of having our product in stock from them. We invested in market, helped us secure more clients, increased our sales, and helped with our brand awareness. And we also increased our warranty period to be more attractive to consumers, which is an integral part of delivering a better customer experience. So we wanted to ensure that they felt safe with our product. If they had it, they knew that if something happened to it, it was on us and we'd ensure we'd take care of it. We thought that was a great way to ensure that they knew we were a trustworthy brand and a good customer to keep coming back to. That's how you maintain customers, ensuring they know they feel safe and that they're getting the product that they asked for, and even better as years to come when you keep releasing new products. So they're going to come back if they feel that they're always going to be covered for any issues or malfunctions that may come with your product. So with that being said, a better warranty coverage leads to increased profits, and our consumers always be more confident in our products and that we have built customer loyalty. And we also always strive to secure our competitive advantage by offering our products at a lower cost and price, but not compromising our high quality. So again, like I mentioned, our P&Q rating were usually higher than most of our competitors in these markets. And like I said, sometimes that we didn't raise our price enough, but we really seem to find a balance, especially in the latter years, having the price just a little bit under some of the competitors, but still having a higher quality. And I think that's what helped us really stretch out and improve our sales, especially in years 12, 13, and 14. So we kind of went past Team A a little bit at the end there, and we were struggling before because of some of our investments. So that was a big help to us. So that's our competitive strategy. Now let's move on to our production strategy. So in our production strategy, we always know that our happy employees is going to be one of our best commitments to ensure that they're being paid properly. So and that's going to help us keep those employees. So we always provide packages that includes compensations, incentives, and benefits that increase annually. We continue to invest in our productivity and improvement training. So in return, our production has been steady throughout the years. So we always invested in our quality training so that we ensure we had quality products. And we also, like mentioned, increased the minimum compensation for each employee, at least by 1%, sometimes more, especially in year 13, we did increase it a little bit more. And we have also continued to increase the benefits, health benefits, and the quarterly bonuses. So all of those have gone up significantly since when we first started. And we have reduced the amount of overtime required by our employees by creating additional workspace. And we also invested in robotics, which has reduced our PAT, our production assembly team, from 4 to 3 members. So this allowed us to be productive with less team members. So that's been our production strategy. And just to note that there too, we haven't had any overtime issues, and also didn't meet the expected units sold. We always met that quota because we had enough workstations and enough employees. We learned our lesson after year 7. We struggled with that, but we came back and and showed that we're always able to meet that demand. And then our finance strategy, we strive to not incur long-term debt to raise our capital, and so we had financial freedom. So we didn't really take out loans, and we are always able to build a safety net of cash savings to cover unexpected costs. So we would use our own money that we had and the ending cash that we had from the years and invest in our own product without having to take out loans and get interest. Our credit rating has remained consistent throughout the years. So we maintain that A throughout the past 8 years. Good credit rating helps us reduce our personal liability and protects assets, which helps us stay ahead of our competitors. So we've ensured that that credit rating has stayed consistent throughout this whole time. And to help thank our shareholders, we have paid dividends the last few years. So paying dividends to our shareholders is a sign of our company's strength, and that our company's management has positive expectations around future earnings growth. So the dividends that we have paid started at $2.50 and has increased now to $5. And that's been based on performance of the past year. So we've been able to raise that, especially in the last 3 years, because we've been much more successful and much more profitable. And so that's been reflected in those dividends. And we will continue to increase our dividends as we progress. And we're really hoping that we can do that by 3 to 5% in the following years. So that's our outlook. And we have used excess cash on hand to repurchase and retire outstanding shares of stock, which helps us boost our EPS, our return, and then also the company's stock price.
Sorry, our strongest competitors. This is for the AC cameras. Our closest competitor in the AC camera segment is the CMKC Electronics. Our market share and number of cameras sold are in close comparison. The only significant difference is our warranty period. CMKC Electronics is 360 days as opposed to our 180 days. And our strongest competitor in the UAV drones, it's also CMKC Electronics. And although our market share and net sales revenue are higher, our EPS and ROE is a little less. We do still remain a close competitor with them. How we can outcompete. Some of the ways that we can outcompete is to find cheaper ways to make our product so that we can offer innovative technology while keeping our prices competitive. Trying to understand our competition, especially the ones, much higher than us, such as, Dynamic, Team D, and taking a hard look at what they're doing and what they're not doing. Understanding what makes us different from our competitors, such as having more ethical sourcing for our products, having a clear message to attract our customers, and by consciously considering our audience, we'll be able to communicate more clearly with our consumers. Accurately branding by investing in marketing, which also contributes to a clearer message. And another way we can outcompete is supporting our existing customers with product development. In return, we have a better opportunity of outperforming our competitors and keeping our customers happy. Lessons that we have learned while crafting our strategy. Figuring out our company's vision and mission is one of the most important parts of the planning process, as well as one of the deciding factors of success or failure. Strategic decisions are made with long-term goals and the purpose of our company in mind. When reacting to a situation, it's important to make sure our decisions are based on the overall vision and purpose of the company. Keeping good employees. We continue to invest in our employees to keep them happy, and hopefully our retention rate will keep production high. And one of the other lessons we learned is to continue to learn from the mistakes that we make. Making unfavorable business decisions has motivated us to learn more about our strategy and where we want to go with it, such as one of the major ones we made in year 10. Thank you.